Primary liberal chosen after the nationwide conflict, Grover Cleveland was the main president to take off from the White House and return for a second term 4 years after the fact. One of 9 offspring of a Presbyterian serf, Cleveland was brought into the world in New Jersey in 1837. He was brought up in upstate New York. As a legal counselor in Bison, he became remarkable for his resolute fixation upon anything that undertaking confronted him. At 44, he arose into a political conspicuousness that conveyed him to the White House in 3 years. Running as a reformer, he was chosen city chairman of Bison in 1881, and later, legislative leader of New York. Cleveland won the administration fully backed up by liberals and change conservatives, the Mugwumps, who detested the record of his rival James G. Blaine of Maine. An unhimale, Cleveland was peevish at first with every one of the solaces of the White House. "I should go to supper," he composed a companion. "However, I wish it was to eat a salted herring, a Swiss cheddar and a hack at Louis, rather than the French stuff I will find." In June 1886, Cleveland wedded to 1-year-old Frances Folsom. He was the main president wedded in the White House. Cleveland vivaciously sought after a strategy notwithstanding extraordinary blessings to any financial gathering. Rejecting a bill too suitable, $10,000 to circulate seed grain among dry season-stricken ranchers in Texas, he stated, "Bureaucratic guide in such cases empowers the assumption for fatherly consideration with respect to the public authority and debilitates the durability of our public person." He additionally rejected numerous confidential annuity bills to nationwide conflict veterans whose cases were fake. At the point when Congress, compelled by the fantastic multitude of the Republic, passed a bill conceding benefits for handicaps not brought about by military help, Cleveland rejected it, as well. He enraged the rail lines by requesting an examination of Western grounds they held by government award. He constrained them to return 81 million sections of land. He likewise marked the Highway Trade Act, the principal regulation endeavoring government guideline of the railways. In December 1887, he approached Congress to decrease high defensive taxes. Informed that he had given conservatives a successful issue for the mission of 1888, he countered, "What is the utilization of being chosen or reappointed except if you represent something?" Yet Cleveland was crushed in 1888. In spite of the fact that he won a bigger, well-known, larger part than the conservative competitor Benjamin Harrison, he got less discretionary votes elected again in 1892. Cleveland confronted an intense redness. He managed the depository emergency instead of with business disappointments, ranch contract dispossessions, and joblessness. He got cancellation of the somewhat inflationary Sherman Silver Buy Act and, with the guide of Money Road, kept up with the depository's gold save. At the point when railroad strikers in Chicago disregarded an order, Cleveland sent government troops to uphold it. "Assuming it takes the whole armed force and naval force of the US to convey a postcard in Chicago," he roared, "that card will be conveyed." Cleveland's dull treatment of the railroad strikers blended the pride of numerous Americans. So did the energetic manner by which he constrained extraordinary England to acknowledge discretion of a contested limit in Venezuela. However, his approaches during the downturn were for the most part disagreeable. His party abandoned him and assigned William Jennings Bryan in 1896. In the wake of going out, Cleveland lived in retirement in Princeton, New Jersey. He passed on in 1908.